as the site loads and you take it in, if you wouldn't mind just out loud, um, what's striking you?
Yeah. I really like this colorful thing. That's
Okay.
definitely drawing my attention.
Why?
I mean, just the fact that it is colorful and it's moving.
Okay.
And there are pictures in it, so just kind of draws the eye.
Yeah.
Experiential learning. Okay. Cool.
What did you just note?
Experiential learning just caught my eye because it's such a Northeastern buzzword.
Okay.
I guess.
So you're familiar with the term?
Yes, definitely. Can I like click on things? Can I?
Yeah, hold off on clicking just
Hold
for
off,
now.
okay.
Soon.
Okay. So I would say that I want to click on how
Okay,
sale works
very helpful.
since I don't know what it is, and
Okay.
I think it's good that it's yellow because it's very easy to see.
So that was your first instinct.
Yeah,
to
would be to
okay.
click on that.
All right.
To see how it works.
Yeah, so sort of off the top of your head, like, what are you thinking the site is trying to communicate to you, or what can you do here?
I think it is just kind of an informative site about what sale is.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't really know what it is right now.
Okay.
I don't know. I see.
What questions are coming to mind?
So it says self-authored integrated learning, which makes me think that it's some kind of like almost like an independent study type of thing. And then I'm seeing experiential learning, which to me is like co-op.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'm kind of confused as to how those two things would go together.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Anything in this section?
So down here, I don't know. I think it's the student's experience at the center.
Did this stand out to you? This component?
Visually, it does. I don't know that the quote is all that helpful to figuring out what it is. It tells me that sale is helpful to the professor, but I still don't. I think maybe like a very general overview somewhere here might be good because, like I said, I still don't really know what it is. Yep. I'm still confused.
Okay. Good.
I know who she is. I've heard that name a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. So some recognizable name, face.
Yeah. Okay, so I think this is good. The new to sale. I would definitely click on that since I don't know what it is.
Okay. What are you looking at now?
So I'm just looking at these pictures with the different articles. I think, I don't know, they all look interesting and they all look, I think it's kind of similar to what I said about the quote. Like if I knew what sale was, I would be more understanding of what's going on here. I just still don't know what it is. So it's like a sale for me.
Would that interest you to click on? Or,
yeah, okay. I don't know because I don't know what it is. You know?
Okay, gotcha.
So
good.
Yeah.
So we have a couple of task-based questions.
Okay.
If you wouldn't mind scrolling to the top and sort of, I'm going to frame these a little bit, but imagine you sort of just landed here again, and this is sort of where we want you to click around. So kind of you had mentioned some first instincts. But you're unfamiliar with sale. You just landed on this site. So using however navigation or any of the pieces, can you tell me what sale is or who it's for?
Yeah, so you said I can
Yep,
click
yeah,
around
using
while I
the
do that?
navigation,
Okay,
yeah.
so I would click on how sale works. Um, okay. So I feel like that still doesn't tell me too much.
Which
So I'm
part?
scrolling
Sorry.
down, just this little blurb here.
Okay. And so your
It says introducing
expectation
sale.
what was your expectation when you clicked that button?
I think I thought that it would tell me what it is. I don't know. I'm a very
What's it telling you now?
It's basically just saying that it's something for everyone. That kind of fosters independence.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm just like a very cut and dry person,
No,
so I just want like a
it's
clear
good input.
definition.
Okay. And what are you
Is how
seeing
I'm
now?
feeling.
Yeah.
So now it's saying how it works, merging learning science and community. I feel like I keep getting like a little bit more bits and pieces, but I'm still not really understanding the full thing. So now it's saying about science, and there's a community and technology. So I guess it's telling me that I feel like I'm piecing together that it's trying to use technology instead of like a classroom for more independent learning.
Okay.
But then it also mentions a community, so I'm wondering where that comes in if it's independent.
Okay.
Framework and shared language. Yeah, I think visually this is really nice.
Yeah.
Can I click on these? Do they go places? Oh.
What made it visually stand out to you?
I don't know. I like the image, but then it's not too striking of an image because there's still like the text over it. Sure. It's kind of muted by the colors. I just think it looks nice.
Yeah. And so your instinct was to click it?
Yeah.
Okay. And so what are you, based on wanting to click it, are you reading what you expected or getting...
Kind of. I don't know that this, like when I click on it, I don't know that it's much different.
Okay.
So I think I'd click learn more because I still want to learn more. This takes me back here. Okay, so I assume this is the same as if I were to click about on the home page.
So what's this communicating?
Yeah, so it says learners develop their own self-authored learning journey. So now this is kind of telling me self-authored. I know it's in the title, but in this context, self-authored is telling me that it's a little bit more of a build your own type of learning rather than just like taking an online class or something. I'm wondering what the 5 learning dimensions are, but it looks like they might be right here, so I'm going to scroll down.
All right. And what's coming to your mind in terms of what you're seeing?
I think this looks really nice and it's effective in conveying the 5. I think like the colors make it really clear that there are 5 different ones. So that's actually why I thought to scroll down, because I saw like the top of the colors there and I said, oh, there are 5 of them. That says 5. So these are probably the dimensions. Yeah, so I'd probably want to click on these. One thing, this is just kind of an interjection, I think about this a lot because I actually run our website in our center.
Please.
And something that really bothers me with that one and I feel like it might be starting to happen here, is that I feel like I tend to kind of get lost and like when you start to click into things and takes you to new pages.
Yep.
So like I'm thinking back to a couple pages ago when there were like the 3 things and I clicked into one of them. I still want to look at the other 2,
Yep.
but I feel like now I'm in a whole new thing and now I have 5 things to click into here.
Gotcha.
And I'm worried that I would like get lost
Yeah.
and never end up going back.
No,
you
that's
know?
good. Yeah, please throw out the feelings.
Yeah.
So what would you say you're
Yeah.
sensing now? Like,
I'm sensing that this is getting to be a lot more descriptive with these 5 dimensions. I'm kind of just skimming this, but it looks like it's definitely informative. It has like what learners will do. It mentions contributing to their field, so this makes me think that it's maybe like major specific learning or even just tailored to people's interests. Global
is that what you would
mindset.
expect to see based on the content you're interacting with?
I guess. I still honestly feel like I'm not quite sure what it is. I still don't know that I have an overarching definition of it.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm just kind of trying to piece it together.
Definition of
sale.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. So based on sort of where you're at now and what you're trying to figure out, what would you do, or what as a normal user?
I honestly think I might start over and try to see if maybe there's a different route I could take to find a definition of it. Because, I don't know, I just feel like I want that before I actually start reading about it. That's kind of the first thing I want to see.
Sure.
But I like these 5 dimensions a lot. Like I said, I think it looks really nice. They're very clearly laid out. And I think this is a cool little, I don't know what it's called, thing. And it's unique. I've never seen like a thing that you click through like this, so it's cool.
Great. Okay. So you mentioned you'd probably start over.
Yeah. Should I do that?
Sure.
My thought process.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, do whatever in terms of you're a little bit deeper now. Like, if you got to this point and you weren't exactly sure of the information you were coming to find, what would you do?
I think I would go back to the homepage. I might click on Get Started, see where that takes me. Maybe should have done that before.
Okay. What did Get Started communicate to you?
It communicated that I had no prior experience with this, so getting started might be a good place to learn about it.
Good. And what are you seeing?
So now I'm seeing, it's a very nice picture. Distributed across the globe. Okay, I'm gonna read this.
Would you normally? You would? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as you read, is this what you expected?
Kind of. I think I maybe expected a way to get started, whatever that means, to like be here rather than having to email someone. I'm not sure what I would email them.
Gotcha. Okay. So from here, what would be your next step?
Set up a consultation. So I guess if it were something that I knew more about and like knew that I wanted to start or were interested in setting up a consultation, I guess I would just email them and say, hey, I'd like a consultation.
Okay.
Can know you say it without the app. I didn't know there was an app. So that might be good to introduce initially.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm going to click on this because I feel like if I learn about becoming an ambassador, I might learn about what
Okay.
the program is a little bit more.
Sure.
I would like to know, I mean, in addition to a definition, knowing what it is, I would like to know if this is like a program that's in addition to classes, or if it is a class or something that replaces classes similar to co-op,
Okay.
maybe for a certain period of time, because I really just kind of have no idea right now. So how to
That's
become
very
an
helpful.
ambassador. Okay. So I don't think I'd want to be an ambassador since I'm so new.
Okay.
But it also didn't really tell me what I was hoping for. I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of just like still searching for a definition,
Okay.
and I'm not really finding it.
Sure.
Maybe discover. Let's try discover.
On a normal level, would you still be sort of digging?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So what's this section communicating to you? You can do here.
So new to sale information. So this looks like maybe this might be helpful to telling me more about it. Says new to sale, get to know sale. Those are recent articles and spotlights. It sounds kind of like what I was looking at before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this looks like it's the same thing.
Okay. This is a similar. Maybe we can move on to task number 2.
Yeah.
So maybe starting from the home page.
Okay.
So the first question was telling me what sale is based on navigating the site. Can you tell me who sale is for with the same parameters that we can navigate? Or even based on maybe what you've seen so far.
Community, maybe? Let's see, their ambassadors. Just seeing ambassadors there. I'm not seeing. I mean, I'm going to assume that it's for undergraduate students.
What makes you assume that?
I don't know. It says learners a lot, so I assume that means students. It certainly could be for grad students as well. Not sure.
Yeah.
Let's try integrated ecosystem. Maybe some things there. Yeah, I don't know. I know that co-op is most prominently an undergraduate program, so that makes me think that this might be as well.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm really just kind of making assumptions, though.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So in terms of where you're at, what would, if you wanted to sort of take the next steps, either getting involved or figuring out more concisely what sale is, what would you do?
So I think I would go back to, where was it? That page, I don't remember this. That page where, I'm trying to remember where it was.
Yep.
It said that I could email and set up a consultation. I think maybe it was here. No. Yes.
Okay.
I think I'd probably send an email and say, like, hey, I'd love to learn more about this and set up a consultation. And then I think hopefully in the well, maybe even in the email, actually, I would say, like, could you give me just kind of a brief general overview of what SAIL is, because I'm still not really sure.
Okay, gotcha. And you would
so I think
you
I
would
just
do that?
ask.
Yeah.
I mean, if it were something that I either knew I was interested in doing, or I was required to do it, or it was suggested to me, or something like that. If I were to just like stumble upon this website, though, honestly, I probably would just kind of say, like, I don't know what this is.
Mhm.
I'm exit out.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But I think, I mean, I don't know if you're looking for like blunt suggestions, but
No, that's good.
for me, I mentioned this, but I think
Yeah.
just like right here, like I guess I'll do this so you can see
Yeah.
the recording, but like right here, just a very brief description, I think, would be really helpful of what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, I'll stop the recording and we can have